Discerning Shootist here. This week for Blue Collar Prepping, I'm going to review a knife. And it's the Gerber flat iron. This is the blister pack it came in. It's a more of like a straight razor profile. See that? This is how it is in the package. These nice G10 scales on it, composite on the side. And it's actually kind of visually pleasing. The funny thing is, when you take it out of the package, the first thing I notice is the other side is very industrial, which I have no complaints about. It's got very good heft. It feels good in the hand, you know. Grip it this way, a lot of control. You know, mini cleaver style, but it's really straight razor style and for slashing and hacking. It's a liner lock. It's very, very sturdy. It takes 2 hands to close it. The clip is great. It's really small inside the waistband. See that there? It slips in there right underneath my belt and a belt loop, and it sits deep in there. You don't even know it's there, but it's easy to get out. But it's secure. I like that. It's 7CR stainless steel, according to this here, if you can read that. And it's a fine edge frame lock, texture grip, folding, blah, 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 pocket clip, you know, all these wonderful things that it tells you in the thing. Though one of the things I thought was interesting on that is that it says on the back it's a 3.6-inch blade. So I don't know how they measure that, but here in Michigan, anything over 3.5-inch blade can lead to some issues depending upon how you're going to use that knife or do use it, which is okay, because in Michigan you measure the cutting edge. So you don't measure the whole piece of metal that's the blade, you just measure the cutting edge right here, which happens to be, I think, just a hair under 3 inches, which it's perfect for Michigan for carry, you know, however you want to carry it, whether you make a sheath for it or you just carry it in your pocket, folded, what have you. So I like that very, very much. I like how sturdy it is. The retail on this is less than $40. Less than $40. I think it's just over, well, I guess I don't recall, but it's under $40. So I thought it was very, very reasonable, especially for the size and the construction and the girth of it. I'm a big fan. One thing I'm not a fan of, though, which I thought was really, really interesting, and it's kind of counter to what has been my experience in the past, is that, well, if you look at the profile of the blade, and I think you could see that very good, it really comes to a point, it's very straight razor-esque. It doesn't have that curve, per se. It's not as pronounced. See that? Not really a pronounced curve, but it does come to a point pretty good. But it's not very sharp. So, you know, in the past, over the last, I don't know, 25, 30 years I've been buying Gerber knives, they've always come really, really sharp. They're kind of a pain to sharpen, but they've always come really, really sharp. And this one's not. So I'm going to do a couple of tests on it. May or may not get back to you on how that works. And because of the profile, it's not like I'm going to run it right through the old cheap, handy, you know, V-block. You're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, this and that. So I'm going to inquire a professional to have it done. But I was just really, really surprised at that. Other than that, I mean, technique being what it is, this is a very robust knife. I'm very, very happy with it. You know, under $40, and actually in some places you can probably get it for right around $30. I'm really happy with it. Sharpen it, that's not an issue. You know, it's got it's chrome moly steel on it, so we'll see how well that works. It's put together very, very well. So I'm a big fan. Even though that it's not as sharp as I'd like it, you know what? You got to sharpen knives. That's what happens when you use them. Even if they're just using them just for a self-defense role, which this one could go either way on. So, 2 thumbs up, Gerber. And any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to holler. Anything else you'd like to see me review? I'm going to do a little more of that this year and a little less on the build stuff in the garage. But we'll still do lots of that too. Either way, discerning shooters here at Blue Collar Prepping. Be good, be safe. If you can't be safe, be good and dangerous.